just leave this room real quick?
Hey guys, can you just state your name and what you play in the band?
I'm Ryan, I play guitar.
I'm Anto, I play bass.
I'm guitar, and I play Nick.
I'm Jonathan, and I play drums.
Alright, so you guys have a new album out called Good For Me on Fueled by Ramen. When is that exactly coming out? In about a month?
June 14th.
June 14th? Alright. I'm just going to pass this around. And so you guys have, is the single officially out? Or, because I saw the video today, you guys
It's out.
It's out? How's the reception for the video been? And
We
the
just
singles?
continually pass this around? Or
Just pass it around, no matter whether or not you're talking or not, just pass it around as you go.
Alright, our single, The Best I Ever Had, is up online. I think it's on iTunes. And there's a music video for it. And it was the best way we could think of for introducing everybody to this new record. And we're really stoked on the response so far. There's been like over 60,000 views on YouTube in like a couple days, which is pretty mind-blowing, but it looks like a lot of our old buddies, you know, from even 10 years ago, they've been like emailing us saying like, wow, I really, really love the video. It brings me back to a time when everything was, you know, simple and cool, but yeah, that's kind of what we were looking to do with the video.
When everybody just played 3 minutes of performance in like a garage like you guys did instead of kind of doing over-the-top stuff like most people do.
Right, yeah, we just kept it real, man, just us jamming, and then they filmed the rest of the footage while we were out on tour, and we just trusted them.
And we were home for 2 days between a UK tour and this tour, and the second day we did all video stuff. We did album cover video and the photos for the new record, so very busy time.
Can you guys kind of talk about how the writing process was for this record and if it was any different than previous records?
The writing process was very similar in the sense that we wrote the songs like in the last 2 years, just ever since the last record came out, just writing and writing and writing. But right when the record was about to be recorded, we did pre-production at the studio, and that was new for us. We've never really had a big, long, glorified 9-hour band practice 4 days in a row just to make our songs better. And it ended up being really awesome. We got our songs to be the best they could be, structurally, and you know, good melodies, good harmonies, all that kind of stuff. So when we actually recorded it, it was kind of like we did a rough draft and then a second draft, and then the final draft was actually laying it down, and we got an A+ in the end.
Was that a grade from somebody else, or do you guys personally think?
Personal grade.
Yeah, I give it an A+.
That's actually the #1 album of the year.
Okay, so we can go on record as saying Good For Me is the #1 album of 2011?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's
It already
this-
went platinum, too.
All right.
It's the self-proclaimed highest-selling album on Fueled by Ramen.
Yes, possibly.
A lot of your songs in the past have had a lot of personal grassroots and a lot of blue-collar lyrics. How is the lyric writing, and how much of your total personal experience goes into the songs that you write and the kind of the way that you play them?
Everything that we write is from personal experience. And with the last record, it was mostly kind of our surroundings and our hometown, and we were really dealing with being gone quite a bit, and just our town kind of going to shit, and our parents moving to North Carolina and eventually Alabama. So they moved away from Michigan, away from us, and that was kind of a big part in writing Ups and Downsizing. But for the new record, it's a little bit more introspective, kind of dealing with our emotions and like what we've been going through as people, not necessarily like the bigger picture. It's very much what's going on inside our heads, and we got a little bit more personal on this one. We weren't afraid to do that because in a way everybody can relate to that kind of stuff almost a little bit better than with all the other stuff. You know, not everybody comes from a Rust Belt, blue collar kind of town, but everybody goes through what we go through. You know what I mean? As far as just being kids and going through everyday life.
I think a big part of the new record too is definitely growing up enough to the point where, you know, we have to focus on real life responsibilities and things like that, and that definitely influenced a lot of the new lyrics. So it's personal things that people can relate to. And that's kind of what the whole record's about. Like, you know, people can actually get help from listening in a sense. So, yeah.
You fucked up.
Now I have the phone and I got distracted.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
That's another interview calling me, but
Alright.
no rush. So clearly on the first record, Flint, Michigan was a big influence on you guys. Is it still what you guys consider home? Is it still kind of an influence on
Yes.
I don't want to keep going back to your writing style, but Flint, Michigan kind of is still an influence for you guys, right?
It is where we live, us two.
Right.
Yeah.
Anta's from Canada, and Ryan's from Detroit. But yeah, like it,
Not
it's
too
definitely-
far off.
Yeah, not too far off. We're all like within a big circle of each other, which is nice. But we grew up playing shows in Flint, and it is our home. It's where we end up going when we come home from tour. So yeah, definitely home. But it creeps in a little bit here and there in our lyrics because it's cold where we come from, and we stay humble about it.
It's like Alkaline Trio. They sing about Chicago all the time, but it's not. They're not a Chicago gimmick.
Everybody hold it when you talk. I don't want to do it anymore.
They're not a Chicago gimmick band. They just live there. So that's what they're going through all the time. So that's kind of what Flint has to do with us. Nick, can you hand me a water bottle?
Which one would you like?
That one.
Here you go.
Cool. Thank you.
Just so you guys can clear it up, who sponsors this interview?
Who sponsors this interview? What the fuck does that mean?
We do.
Oh, obviously.
Poland Spring.
Ja cię kocham też. Kurwa sena? Ha ha ha. That was Polish. We're sponsored by Polish Water Company.
Oh, Poland. Okay. I actually never realized that water was from Poland. I just thought that's what it meant to be from Maine.
It's crisp, refreshing water.
I don't think it actually is from Poland.
It's from Maine or Connecticut.
Well, it's Polish water. It's blessed by
Give
Polish.
me some goo, man.
So how do you guys feel? I know this kind of like you guys were at the start of the band. How do you guys feel? You were probably a vital part in writing a new record. How do you guys feel about playing old songs that you weren't a part of the writing process? And do you kind of have you built a personal connection with the songs after playing them for so long?
I absolutely love playing the old stuff because I was a fan of it. So everything from the EP to Everest and Ups and Downsizing is always a pleasure for me to play. Don't particularly like learning more things than I already know. Like,
I don't know
either. I don't know what it is. We have a song called Clean Slate, and it just drives me crazy. That's the only one I can't remember how to play ever. Even when I go through, and I hate having to sit down. So hometown shows in Flint really grind my gears.
I don't remember the lyrics ever.
Yeah, like playing the old stuff. Like I pretty much like my old band did most of their first tours off their first two records anyway. So it's like it's almost there in the beginning, And yeah, I've grown attached to them, and they're really fun to play. So it's really cool.
So the Swellers have gone through several lineup changes throughout the years, and have you guys kind of decided upon like this is what you guys are aiming for, and is this product what you guys have been kind of working towards this entire time? Is this what you guys envisioned the Swellers to be from the get-go, and is that what the lineup changes were for? Like, did you go through the lineup changes thinking it was like a growth for the band getting towards something better?
They're definitely just paid workers.
And our band did not come from a gecko, like you said.
What did I say?
This lineup.
Gecko.
This lineup is the
Gecko
legit-
sounds like gecko.
Oh.
This lineup is the real lineup because all the boys in this band, all four of us boys,
We rock out on the records. We rock out on the stage. We rock out.
we were all
I was
very
looking for
passionate
rap.
about music. So when you get four dudes that love doing exactly this, love touring, can get on well with each other, and just kind of breathe and live this thing, then it works out well.
Sometimes you
As
just
opposed
gotta make a totem pole out of a carrot.
to- sometimes you just gotta make
You
a
gotta do
choice.
what you gotta do.
Fuck you,
Get outta here,
Poland
Poland.
Spring.
We're not really sponsored by them. Please don't judge us.
But yeah, when we started the band, it was just dudes who wanted to make music, and
Hey, you hold this. You were talking. Cheetos.
so started this band. And some people, couldn't swing it anymore. They wanted to go to school. They wanted to go work. They just didn't want to not make money anymore. Some people, left the band. We got new guys. They left the band, and then when we got these guys, we just knew that they liked music and they liked touring, and they weren't gonna have a freak out and be like, "Oh, wait a second, I have to finish college," or something like that, because they're both PhDs and they don't have to worry about that.
Exactly.
Did you guys ever fall into a situation, I think that happened with the One Beers, where they had one member leave for college, and then 6 months later he missed it, or he saw the band getting a little bit bigger, so he said, "Hey, please take me back."
I'm personally not friends with anybody who's ever been to college.
Is that a fact or a personal motto?
I think it's
Well,
a more of a motto because I might have slipped up a few times.
It's a personal fact.
It's a personal fact.
No, I think everyone that left their band, we kind of established.
If you're gonna leave, I think that you're gonna be a little bit flaky, and I don't want you in my band. 'Cause
Yeah.
if you leave and then you want back, like, what are the chances you're gonna leave in the middle of a tour and leave us high and dry? That's never good because we need to be a finely tuned athletic machine.
Because it's like a cheetah in the wild. If you steal a tree, it's gonna fall down sometimes. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I've heard that plenty of times.
Yeah. Right.
That's what they say.
So as far as you guys are touring in support of Bayside, you guys are touring in support of Bayside and Silverstein, who are co-headlining the Take Action tour. And in the past couple of years, you've toured under Paramore, Motion City Soundtrack, Less Than Jake. How does it feel to have bands of this size taking you guys out on the road? Is it kind of some sort of satisfaction, or is it something that you're just you're expecting and you're striving for, and you're just looking to get bigger and bigger and tour with bigger and better bands?
Yeah, we'll take everything that we can get. If a band wants to bring us on the road and we can play to their built-in fan base, that's like the coolest thing ever. So we like to balance that out with doing our own stuff, just to kind of gauge how we're doing, and be able to play longer sets when we do headliners and stuff like that. But like we're gonna do tonight, we're gonna play 7 or 8 songs for like 2,000 people, and basically say, hey, we're the Swellers. Here's our songs. We'll see you after the show. Come buy a T-shirt or a record, and that's all we have. We don't have a vehicle like MTV or the radio to really push us. So this is how we do it. I just got real serious all of a sudden.
I like it.
Yeah. Also,
Sir,
I'm so emo.
do you guys prefer? Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna comment on what he said, but I'm done.
All right, bye.
Do you guys prefer playing 2,000 person venues as playing 7 or 8 songs, or do you want to do like a headlining show where you're playing to like maybe 250, 500 people?
We're doing that this summer.
Doing that this
We're gonna
summer.
do both.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing both is really important, like equally, because getting to play to a lot of people, being like the second band out of 5 bands like we're doing tonight, we don't get paid that much, but it's more of an exposure kind of thing, and we don't get to play that long. But there's a lot of people there. When we do our own thing, we get paid more, we get to play longer, but there's not as many new fans there.
They're all probably Swellers fans.
Right.
Yeah.
So like we might make a few new fans or make better fans of our fans, but I kind of want to like play a bowling game and knock that down.
I
Bowling
wanna
across the
punch
street.
Shit out of that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but yeah, but
We're supposed to start on that one.
both of them are
Did
very.
I get in there?
Okay. Both of them are very important, though. Yeah, we like playing the big ones. We like playing the little ones, and it's important to balance those.
And composure.
Dig it.
All right. So this Take Action tour, do you guys support and believe in the cause, or is it just another tour for you guys?
We support and believe it. I think the whole Sex Etc.
Watch this.
Oh, that was awesome.
I think everything about Sex Etc. is really cool. We're obviously into promoting safe sex, into people getting tested, because there's a lot of dummies out there that think they're invincible and they're not. Especially when there's shows like Teen Mom, and they could have several seasons when that show probably shouldn't exist in the first place, because it's just kids don't know any better, and then they go, oh, well, kids did it on MTV, so I must do that too. I must do that too.
I'd rather do this.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we're just stoked that we can be a part of it, because we've loved Take Action for the 10 years it's been around, and since the days when it was like Common Rider and Lawrence Arms on the tour to like now it's Bayside, Swellers, Polar Bear Club, Silverstein, and Texas in July. That's
But it's mostly about the rock and roll.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
It was very rock and roll of you, I must say.
Hey, I was trying to actually throw that out,
Yeah, that did go out.
but I didn't really want to throw it away because it still has water in it.
Recycling is the least rock and roll thing you can possibly do, so that was a good
If
move.
we don't recycle, we're from Michigan.
Get out.
Actually, we do
They're
recycle.
wasteful.
I got just a couple more questions. These are the cliche questions. What are some of your favorite bands to see live, and what are some of your favorite bands in general?
Lately, Bayside has been so awesome to watch. They're so tight and such awesome dudes, and their songs are really good. So I really fell in love with them. Same thing with Motion City Soundtrack. After we toured with them for a while, I started really liking watching them.
I love Foo Fighters. They've always been cool to watch.
Foo
I
Fighters.
have Foo Fighter DVDs.
I have a few Fighter DVDs.
And I like a lot of bands.
Cool. Cool, dude.
I never go to shows. I like Brand New a lot, and I love seeing them.
Captain Geach and the Shrimp Shack Shooters.
They're a huge influence for me.
One of my coolest favorite shows I've ever seen was probably Nine Inch Nails, but they're not my favorite band.
9 Inch Nails are opening for David Bowie this year.
Really?
Or next
I
year,
thought
yeah.
they broke up.
What's
Maybe.
that?
Damn it, I'm going.
There you go. And
Damn
one
it,
last.
anyway.
What are your favorite cities to play in? Or your
yeah.
favorite venues?
Big cities.
I love Chicago, the
No.
Metro.
I love Los Angeles and New York City.
I love Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Denver, Colorado.
Playing home.
Yeah, I like playing hometown shows.
Toronto, Canada. Woo!
But sometimes it was good.
I think playing
And
in
Detroit and Pontiac.
Manchester, UK is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot overseas.
Tokyo, Japan.
I love playing Italy.
Oh, playing Italy too.
I love going to Italy. Milan, Italy is very beautiful. I like playing Switzerland. And yeah.
That's about it.
Cool.
That's good.
All right, what can we expect from you guys after this album is released?
Oh.
What are the plans for the Swellers for the rest of 2011?
P90X all day, every day.
All day, all long.
We're gonna tour the whole world.
We are going to go to my house. I'm gonna become a wrestler.
Go to Canada's Wonderland.
We're really
Yes.
good for me. Our record's coming out, and we're gonna release it all over
We're gonna go to Asia.
Hong Kong.
That's Asia.
Singapore, Australia.
Bali.
The circus.
I don't believe in circus.
And then we're gonna go to the UK and Europe. And then we're gonna tour the US like 2 more
Michigan shows, rocking out. We're doing a bunch of shows with our friends. I have so much time.
We're in the greatest city in the world, and they put us in here to do interviews all day.
I wanted to do the interview outside. That's,
Me too.
Nah, I knocked over so many waters.
Somebody
today.
take this damn thing.
you actually have knocked over the same amount of water just multiple times.
I had actually missed a few.
It was
Okay.
yeah.
Anything else for you guys to add? Now
Good for
we
me.
can-
June 14th. Check it out. We're the Swellers, and we love rocking out.
Come get some.
Peace of Masha.